If Gigan were to exist, we would all be in a hell of a lot of trouble. Now, his origins are from the Silians, who had the intention of invading the Earth, and they created him as a space cyborg sort of creature, and sent him here to invade. He would very much so be a threat, as these ancient beasts from far, far away saw Earth to be an enemy. I imagine for the most part, people would be in great fear over the creature existing. Just any of the kaiju, for that matter, would draw quite a few crowds and cause mass paranoia upon them. Some people would want to embrace the beast. They would want to get selfies taken with Gigan in the background. But greater things would be a concern. The militaries would most likely try to contain him, and he won't be having that. He possesses very powerful weapons. He's able to blast a freaking beam from his eyes that can blow the shit out of almost anything. And he has that big nasty buzzsaw in the center of his chest where he could cut the crap out of whatever the hell he wishes. And it's made out of some alien alloy to where its durability exceeds anything that we've seen on Earth. So what could break it? And we're assuming Godzilla's not alive. Gigan's the only one in this moment, so there's really nothing there that could stop him. He can fly as well, so it won't be any problem for him to cross from landmass to landmass and create devastation on countries and nations. And I fear that his aim would be to cause death and destruction upon humanity. So many would suffer. People would be so damn afraid. They would stop having children. They would hide away. They would start storing up goods and creating underground shelters and nuclear fallouts because the havoc would get really bad. There's a chance the governmental forces would try to nuke him, and in that case, there would be nuclear fallout everywhere that could really just do super nasty things to anyone that shit comes in contact with. So it would be a pretty damn great concern. Another thing to note, would all the import and export businesses would be scared as hell to import and export goods. So nations would have an extremely hard time trying to adjust with this new global economy, or lack thereof, rather. Economies would collapse, and people would start to act in a primal sort of way. They would start to herd together and create tribes, and tribe would rise against tribe. They would burn the shit out of farmers' crops and pillage towns and villages, all out of desperation and wanting to feed their own families on an individual basis. Gigan, according to the past Godzilla films, seemed to enjoy damaging Godzilla and hurting him. And in those cases, Godzilla represented humanity. He represented Earth and its preservation. Therefore, with Godzilla not in the picture, I hypothesize that Gigan would direct this sort of anger and hatred toward humanity rather. So he would probably thrive on seeing them in chaos, fighting each other and eating each other alive just so that they could survive. It would be a damn scary thing indeed if this monster kaiju existed. Population, from a global standpoint, would decrease dramatically over several decades. Forests and villages would burn, as Gigan is capable of blasting flames through his mouth, and he would probably intentionally burn crops away so people would die of starvation. It's a hideous thought, but I can't help but speculate that it would be true if Gigan were to exist. People would be on the edge of their seats. Some would be wishing for death, but death would flee from them, as they would be terrified to make any irreversible decisions, as who is to know what lies yonder? But his existence would be a horrid thing to witness. But what do you guys think? How would Earth be if Gigan were to exist? Let me know in the comments below, and like this damn video if you haven't yet. For I'm the Iceman. Peace be with you.